Bunger. Well, hello there. Hi everyone. How are we doing? We're starting a rather short stream. I think yeah, I believe a rather short stream. We'll see where we'll go. Okay. Okay. Mm, mm, yeah. Yep. So basically, what we are going to do is going to be actually spending just a little bit of a time on you know we are going to spend just a little bit of time um you know on the entirety of project planning. It's something that I really need to do because I was kind of slacking a little bit, which I'm sorry about. And yeah, I don't think if we're going to draw, maybe we're going to start a sketch if we are going to end planning really quickly, but I'm actually expecting to sit down for a little bit longer and actually do things. But yeah, let me just do the things. We're just talking and planning future projects. Illustrations included. Column P. twitch.tv/Devis Moriarty CH. Yes, this is exactly the thing you should look for on Twitch right now. Oh, actually, then. Okay, maybe. All right. All right. Yep. Today I've had like a really bad, how to say this? Today I've had a really bad case of people. Hi, I'm glad to be here. How are you, Brian? How's it going? Howdy, fellas. My computer is back, baby. Let's go. Hi, Anne. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hey? So. We are, yeah, basically, we're just going to talk a little bit. um, oh, I've actually centered this thing nicely. I could push the text a little bit more to left, but whatever. We're doing good. How about you? I'm actually doing good. I'm doing good. It's just I'm kind of tired after work, so good that we are not drawing today, or at least, well, we'll see. We'll see. I still don't want to say that we are not going to draw because, like, I don't know. Because we are going to mostly sit on this screen, right? So chat here, me here, and we talk, right? We talk, and basically what we are going to talk about. Let me play some music. I hope, yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty, so you should be able to hear the music. Let me enter Milanote, which is actually an app that I'm using for planning, at least for now. I'm working on something myself, but of course, yeah. We have 5 games. We have 5 games, ideas for games that I want to do, and this is going to be vastly connected with my portfolio. And why is it going to be connected with my portfolio? Lo and behold, if I want to make portfolio, the best option is to actually make some kind of project, fake or not. For me, it's not, because I want to actually make the game. I want to actually sit down and make those things. I think you should really make your background kind of immersive, because I and mostly have ADHD and short attention span. You know, that's something I'm planning on, but it's going to take me a while. That's... Oh, and dyslexia. It's okay, it's okay. Actually, I think I've read somewhere some doctor documentations. So basically, like, you know, because people, to become doctors, they have to make like a study and make papers on that. So, like, some papers about some discoveries actually regarding ADHD and dyslexia, and apparently those two come in pair. Why? Because actually ADHD is causing your brain not to focus on the writing and reading properly, which is causing the dyslexia and sometimes dyscalculia. For those who don't know, dyscalculia is actually something like dyslexia but for numbers, right? So like 2 plus 2 for some people it's like 2 plus 3, and that's dyscalculia. So yeah. Because, like, you know, they see 2 but their brain is like, that's 3, and it's like they write something else and like, oh, it was 2 plus 2, you know, and they're like, I kind of like it. ADHD has me having fun after I got diagnosed for some reason. Huh, that's interesting. That's interesting. So the things that we have is actually going to be so basically the games. I've mentioned at some streams that I want to make games, and the game dev is going to be very specific. For now I have about the world feels more colorful. Well, maybe it's because, like, oh yeah, the games, yeah. So basically, actually, it's kind of like me when I was diagnosed with autism. I was always I was always in a belief that there's something wrong with me, but, like, you know, oh, I'm normal, right? And but, like, I was so out of place. I felt always so out of place, alienated from my surrounding. And when I've heard from my doctor that I have that I have autism, it actually kind of helped me to understand my, like, a lot of events in my life, actually how it was happening, and you know, how basically my life was going. So probably if I would know if I would know before, when I was younger, even let's say like 14, 16 years that I'm autistic, maybe I would be able to actually somehow cope with that and figure out some kind of mechanism to maybe fit a bit better, because, like, so far I was like, oh yeah, I'm normal, just a little bit quirky, colon 3. But yeah, it turns out that that I'm 4 points above the normality, which means I'm on borderline spectrum, which is quite make me a rather specific person over the normality, and and not enough autistic to be obviously autistic. So I'm just a weirdo. for people, I can say I'm just a weirdo. So yeah, if that makes sense. So it just helped kind of understanding myself a bit more. So the games, we have 5 games. How do you imagine games? It's all written. You on border, get me the magazines. Surgeon, give me 10 push-ups. No. Yeah, you imagine. So the thing that so we have 5 projects. Of course, I think we've talked about it. I have 3 projects that are really difficult. That are going to be really difficult. There are 2 that are going to probably take me long. Like really darn long. We're talking about they're like months of working. I have one that's going to probably take me a month, maybe, if I'm going to sit down and actually work on it a bit more. The problem is going to be with creating characters. And one is going to be still a bit more problematic, but also interesting and very introductory to some further projects that I want to do. So Necronomica, which supposed to be the gacha game of mine, which supposed to be full free to play. Yeah, you're summoning by collecting pages of Necronomicon and summoning characters this way. There's no microtransactions, just raw game, free to play, just normal indie. You don't know how to draw from imagination, but with ref are okay. That you are just me. Hi T, glad to have you here. How are you? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Yeah, I'm barely turned on my screen. Oh no. Anyway, hello Davis. Yeah, hi. Oh my god. T. It's been so long actually since I've seen you. Golly. How have you been? Also, F for the to pay respects for for the PC. Be careful, Genshin might beam us. No, Genshin. What Genshin has to do? Yeah, we are pretty much on opposite sides of the world. Yeah, true. The freaking time zones. But for you, it's supposed to be like morning, right? If I remember correctly, you're usually eating breakfast to my streams, if I remember right. Gacha Force Word, yeah. So basically, gacha, it's going to be like very specific thing. I'm still wondering about the gameplay, but that's, I believe, something to do on the streams. But I think it's going to be like, you know, you're summoning demon, kind of like kind of taking the idea from High School DxD. In High School DxD, it was like battles between families was done like playing chess, but actually with like demons doing servitude under like higher demons, right? So which were some kind of like members of bigger families, and apparently there were like several families, and each one of them had like kids, and those kids had like people, like let's say like humans that they've just, you know, sat down and like, oh yeah, here's your pawn and you're going to become this figure. I think the female characters have jiggle physics and mommy material. Trust me, those are the key to success. Yes, you're absolutely right, and you're absolutely right. This is actually the winning recipe for all gacha games. Also, some daddy materials like Leon Kennedy, for example, for female audience, because they also need some souls, and yeah. Oh wow, yeah. So basically yeah, I think like that's going to kind of work like this. So, but there's also, as I was saying, it crashed. Oh no, I'm so I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh no. And yeah, so basically, looking into this, well, so basically in High School DxD, they are also doing favors, trying to win over people, you know, like selling, you know, making contracts, selling their souls, yada yada yada. So to be fair, I was thinking about like figuring out some case of how to say this. Are you telling us your anime adaptation plan? Who chooses the inspiration from High School Musical take from Kakegurui? I have no idea. The thing is that I just find interesting the concept how they are operating. So basically they had like demons just being sent on missions which were just like collecting things. And basically how to say this, and so like sending them on missions, but there are also like fights, deeper fights with like also different fractions. And I believe like angels, fallen angels, and demons as fractions, and you can be a demon. Well, you are going to be most likely an occultist that is summoning them, but then you are like going to be managing them and doing stuff, right? So you're going to send them to do some contracts to get people's souls. Those are going to probably also used for something, maybe also for some summoning, or some kind of other currency, maybe like boosting demons, right? So you can like get only quarter of a soul, half of a soul, full soul, and like considering off of that you can like upgrade your character, and of course like summoning for the thing. Make the summoning animations solid AF and different for each other. Yes, for sure. I want to put my aligner on PC so badly right now, but I just can't, man. Damn. But like, what's going on? What's wrong with your PC, T? Maybe it's like, you know, maybe there's a way to work around. You mentioned Krita, right? Krita, unfortunately, is having issues with stability if you have a lot of layers. If I'm not playing, it will just crash. If I'm not playing some game, it will just crash. That sounds like a virus. You know, that sounds like a virus. Maybe try to like format your PC. So unproductive, yeah. Nah, there's no virus. I mean, basically when you're turning on a game, it's supposed to like roll a lot of them. I'm legit playing a Steam game. I see. No Zega, no Lord Muto, no Goofy, but I got you and T, let's go. Yeah. Like, are you telling us a harem hentai anime adaptation plan? Who chooses the inspiration from High School Musical they take from category? Like gambling 2 shots from one game, both gambling and gunners? Yes. Makes the summon. That's also true. Hi Skylar, good to have you here. How are you? How's it going? How have you been? So I think the game that I'm going to focus on first is going to be Necronomica. It's going to be the easiest actually also to work on when it comes to the sheer sake of concept art and such, because it's going to be mostly just like environmentals with characters, maybe characters like fighting. Oh my. So, so I think the Necronomica is going to be my first shot to go down because it's going to be the fastest project. Again, like the entire system is going to most likely take about a month if I'm going to sit down with it and plan things right. I'll have to really plan out what screens I'll need, what's going to be into the game, systems, how the battles are going to look like, and you know, and then just working on stuff. I want to pursue things a little bit further. So like I want to figure out like the idea of Necronomica and like figuring out like, oh hey, okay, so like what demonic things we can have. So like for example, we're going to have, let's say like, I don't know, Jack the Reaper, because of course this dude's gotta be like some demonic, right? Like dudes just arrive and, you know, with this treasure I summon 8-handled divergent VTuber general. What? Dear Lord. So basically, yeah, I believe the Necronomica is going to be the go for. That's going to be my portfolio, which means we have 2 shots. We have the portfolio works and we have the game dev works, right? This is what we wanted to go for. I'm actually going to make a note, which is going to be like game dev Electronomica portfolio. It's going to be for the concept artist, by the way. Yeah, more that is in movies. Let's go. Yes, exactly. It's like we are not, but also I'll have to figure out like let's say some actually like demonic characters. Let's say, right? I'm going to just going to like make up the names. Like I'm not going to go into like and use like actual freaking like demon names. Maybe like known things like Beelzebub or something like that. But because that might be quite fun. Because there's been already a lot of like, you know, a lot of portraying this, right? So yeah, for portfolio, of course, also Necronomica. It's going to be mostly character concept art, and we are also going to build and Beelzebub and Alucard. Yes, those are like probably at least Beelzebub and Lucifer and Alucard are going to be like probably like first 3 one of the first 3 that I'm going to actually look into, and most of the names are going to be just made up. Of course, and I'm going to also make up like maybe I'm going to look into some history, but also like make up some characters just to have something, you know, just randomly. So yeah. So that's that. Nomad. Yeah, Nomad works fine. And those are like the general things. For the illustrations themselves, and I kid you not, I've made so many boards on Milanote right now. I have so many of them, but unfortunately they are limiting me to like 100 only. I've got 90 things in total, and I can only use 100 of it, so I have only 10 of those. Don't make it an Isekai trope game, please. No, it's not going to be Isekai. No. The concept is that you are an occultist, right? And you're pledging yourself to like fulfill dreams, let's call it. And that's the lore at the start, and then you have your first summon to get the first demon, and that demon is, well, probably I'm going to also make it like personality quiz, and then you are going to summon a demon. Based off of that, you're going to probably get like a random demon, but just based on off of the personality, it's going to be like from very like specific direction, because we are going to of course have elements, right? And I'm assuming that at some point we'll be able to also get like fallen angels and angels too, but for now, but the first concept is just demons, right? I don't know, maybe we are going to get like I don't know, like Bible page or something like that, and you'll be able to summon you'll be able to summon an angel, yeah. But that's the concept of it. And of course, that's going to be it. So, and I don't really like Isekai trope myself, so don't worry, I won't do it. So, I have a bunch of ideas for illustrations. I think you should demon have different mood and natures, and it summons random mood and natures demon. Yes. So like, here's the thing. Of course, like all the demons are going to have personalities, right? Because like all the there won't be really that much there won't be really that much characters at the start. But that's because I want to actually pour a little bit more effort into that and create characters that are going to genuinely have personalities that people will be able to choose. Like for example, I've already got an idea for some characters. For example, we have like a demonic bug-like demon, which was turns out that was like a cursed lady who never really done anything bad, but she's now like a demon, and yeah, that's the thing. And basically you can have like a conversation with her, and she's going to be like just a sweet lady, like just a sweet mom like material, right? So but she's just going to be like, oh, I've cooked you some cookies, this kind of type of personality. And another character that we've had was like slobbery, you know, Shadin, that apparently was addicted to mangas, but she's actually, turns out that she's just a demon, but she was like summoned so many times that she genuinely like got so much into the human world that she turned out in this way. And angels just straight cold and unhinged and emotionless as they are depicted in Otter's book. Yeah, and have like high-level demons like dice, teasing, and joking, personally like Gojo. Yes, that's the thing, because like you're going to have like you're going to have tiers, right? Like normals, commons, uncommons, rares, super rares, ultra rares, like this kind of thing, right? And basically, of course, higher tier, more difficult it's going to be get, and since it's not going to be like real money thing, I can make like really, I can get really wild in with the ratios. And now imagine someone like actually summoning for the things. And it would be really funny to like make updates and re-roll the freaking banner, actually, like change the banners. Or like make some kind of system that is going to be randomizing the banners every single week or something like that. And people are going to go crazy over like getting the freaking summons. That is going to be like super random. Wait, what's your core gameplay mechanic again? Summoning and dispatching demons to like do stuff. I believe it's going to be like story-driven game, more like Nike, right? Goddess of Victory, Nike and such. Throw your own customer moment. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Yeah, so like it's just going to be like you summon demons, send them to missions to gather souls, but also you can, I guess, partake into some stuff like story mode, etc. Like it's still like something to figure out, but I've got pretty much a lot, you know. I've got pretty much a lot. So that's the thing. So the thing is that I've got a bunch of stuff, right? I've got like a bunch of ideas. And let me tell you how many. I've got 26 ideas for illustrations as of now, right? It's 26 ideas for illustrations. A lot of them come from VTubers, and I absolutely hate that fact, and I feel like I need some break from drawing VTubers, because at this point it starts to look like I'm attention seeking. Yeah. Of course, I want your attention, folks, but yeah. Also, I've been getting spammed on Twitter by some like elite streamers or the epic streamers and other things, and like the guy literally like didn't even bother to write to me in his thing, because like let's talk. Well, what can we talk about, right? Like whatever. And like I've asked him some simple business questions, and the guy just sent me the freaking price list, and I was like, dude, who cares about your prices? Like, you didn't answer to any of my questions. Like, what's wrong with you? Can I play GeoGuessr? I guess we could when it's going to be the game stream. Why not? I'm really bad at this because I'm more of a shaded myself. Is it a card game? A turn-based game? That's the thing, I don't know yet. I think it's going to be some kind of turn-based, but I really need to figure out what exactly I want to do with it. Or is it like a beat 'em up? It's going to be like, it's a gacha game. So probably it's going to be around the same kind of gacha mechanics that you see in most of the games. Not like those 3D games like Genshin Impact or Zen Zero, but like, you know, like Pokemon Gotta Catch 'em All, yeah, something like that. But of course I'll need to figure out something to make this interesting. So yeah, I'm fumbled on what exactly I'm going to draw. Because I have a lot of ideas for VTubers, and I think, okay, it would be cool to like go through all of them, but it's 26 ideas, and I'm not getting any other ideas. That's my issue. Well, I hope you have a good grasp on game design. Thank you, because like, I mean, I kinda do, yeah, because like, I've been doing some game dev. I was mostly doing like commissions related to that, and I was helping people around here and there, but yeah, the thing is that I want to make my own game, and I kind of have more, yeah. Hi Rylan, good to have you here, how are you playing? How's it going? Hi. I'm so sad I deleted an anime watching app that's no longer on the App Store. It was a mistake and now it's gone forever. Oh shit. I think you can try to find it online. I remember there were like apps for like installing things, and you could actually install already like deleted games. Like I remember people figured out something. Leon S. Kennedy, yeah, exactly, something like that. You stole my game. Not to brag or something, but like last year I had a project with a friend that was a turn-based gacha game. Let's go! Yeah, so you probably know what it's going to be like. All gacha games are most likely the same. I want to figure out something else though. I want to figure out something else to it. Because I need to... yeah, the main problem we had is that we couldn't decide on the name of mechanics. Oh, I see. Yeah, naming is also the worst. Because like, how many games can use mana? And at some point you want to like, you know, figure it out. I don't know, maybe for me it's going to be desire. We'll see. We'll see. I still need to like figure out everything. Oh well. So I think the best idea is going to be sitting down and actually finishing all ideas. Just throw some random Japanese name, they always work. Yeah, I mean, you could just go for everything. You don't even need to like even use the freaking Japanese names, you know, like if you don't know how to name a character on weapon. Davis Desire is Danganronpa trope. That depends. What kind of desire? If, let's say, if we are going to, for example, try to go into the idea of High School DxD in full, desire is also going to say a lot, and what exactly are going to be the intentions of the demon summoning of the MC, right? But we will see what I'll end up with. And we will see what I'll end up with. Okay? Okay. Oh my god, this PC. I'm so sorry to hear that thing. Right, after I send him a edit card. No! So basically the entire like shtick about it is... How? Yeah, I don't know what to do with the illustrations. I've just got so many VTuber illustrations. On the bright side, in the lecture today, the lecturer gave us an extension on our software engineering assignment. Ooh, that's nice, Rylan. That's nice, actually. This is really good. Those can really need some extensions, yeah. Those can really need some extensions. So, I could work out some anime characters, but I need to like The thing is that I need to figure out what's trending and go for that. If I'm going to like out of nowhere draw a character from anime that's been released in like 2010, I think you should watch this fantasy anime with long ass name. It is built around gacha called Backstabbed in Water Dungeon with my 99 level gacha skills is peak revenge and milkers are awesome. Sorry, the urge. Okay, wait. I'm going to look into that because if we're going for fan service, all fan services are going to be, you know. And there's no school tomorrow because the college is having an open day of newly out of schoolers. That's cool. Okay, I wrote it down. I'm going to look it up. But the thing is that I really need to like figure out what exactly I want to go after. Like, you know, the entire sake of the entire sake of like going into anime characters, because if I'm going to work on the anime character, I need to act up really quickly. So what anime is trending, what is popping off, what others are doing illustrations of, and just go for it. Because if I'm going to like sit down and do the freaking you know, if I'm going to sit down and like try to figure out like, oh okay, I'm going to do this and that, but like it's just going to like, I don't know, Akame from Akame ga Kill. This anime was released in like 2014, 12 years ago. If I'm going to sit down and make Akame from Akame ga Kill, which was released 12 years ago, well, it's most likely going to be for me, right? Of course I want to like watch some newer anime, but I'm stuck behind a wall of older anime that I want to catch up with, because I feel like older anime was also way better from some of the newer anime. Like for example, the third season of One Punch Man, which at this point I believe I could animate better. Even though I'm not really good at animations myself, I feel like at that point I could animate them better. Because what the guy was doing was like, obviously, you know, what they've done there was like just line arting and coloring. Can you animate if you can try limit animation for your game? Yes, that's the thing. I want to do that because I want to also use spine. And another thing I want to use spine for example, because N said that my background could use some life. I want to draw a room, entire room here, which is going to be animated in spine. There are going to be like things going on. Like for example, somewhere there's going to be a window opened with some wind flowing and waving the you know, the things, right? There are going to be some flames flying around. Oh, had I told you that my GF broke up, or said clearly cheated on me, and I got a new GF? I got a new GF, this is how. Oh, I see. Hey, let's go, and let's go. That's actually so cool. That's so cool. But yeah, like I want to get into spine and do some more stuff. It was at mall getting clothes with my parents, and I had really hard, like the person blow hard, and the washroom was at the third floor and was at the bottom parking. And after I came back from pissing, I saw a red jersey being around, and I readily was going to yell bottle jobs, and then saw it was a girl, so locked in when she was about to go get ice cream. Also went go 3 and gave her one, saying treat from an Arsenal fan. She was nice, accepted the gift, and then gone her way. And when I got her number, ooh, That's actually nice. That's nice, like, flirting skills, you know? That's a nice gesture too. It's good to be kind to people, you know? Do research on limited animation. A good reference point in the original Scooby-Doo cartoon that was made in the 1990s. I'm certified in bunch of things. I've finished course from Disney when it comes to animations. I've got a full I've got a full, you know. Yeah. I've took a part in some Disney animation courses, so that like helped me a lot. And I already know a lot of stuff about animating. I can hand animate things. I know how frames are working, what are the main principles of animations, and how to storyboard. And generally, I know how to animate in theory, but I'm not patient enough to sit down and animate long enough to make an actual animation. It's very daunting, but if you're like following the steps, you can take breaks, come back, and you know where you left off and continue. That's the thing. But when it comes to the animations like that, can you have my one request? One request, eh? We will see. Right now I feel like I'm really busy with projects, but we will see. Let's see what request you have. I was thinking of like going in with some like even funny things. That people are giving, but I kind of surrendered because it was, you know. But yeah, go ahead, you can pass on. Make a capybara with leaf on in the game with cute glasses and have ultimate cool chance. Make it extra cute. Oh my. Well, that's an interesting idea. We'll have to see if I'll be able to like genuinely get to it. But yeah, like the limited animations and such. Like I know that I'll have to cut the things. Again, like I have Spine. Spine is game industry standard for 2D animations. Animations would look good in your game, and it is less effort and gives a retro game feeling. Yes, I am going to go for that. Yes, I got to sleep already, and bye bye. Hi Zaga, Gatevi here. How are you? Hope it has going. Boop, beep boop. So yeah, I am going to do limited animations for the game, yes. I also want to do limited animations for like stuff going all around. So basically, again, like I want to sit down and actually test out myself with making the actual... I want to make like an actual moving background. Been to the zoo? Hey, let's go. Let's go. What animals you've seen this time? Seen the shy cat? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So like one of the things that for sure I want to do is going to be the background for this screen, because I need some kind of background for the screen, like some flames like circling around, or just basically making some animation that's going to work well. Same for, I want to have like animated splash screen that is going to say like starting soon, where I can send out all the because I want to like introduce that like a minute or two where I'm going to like sit down, send out all the links, and you're going to just be able to to already chill out with music in the background and get ready. And you know, that's the thing. I don't think if finishing the stream is going to make much for me, so I believe I'm not going to really go for that, but you know, at least starting some screen is going to be good enough. Also, I want to have like some animated flames that are going to like, for example, on notifications, like this person subscribed, and it's not going to be like the typical running zombie that you have on the streams, but I actually want something of my own, so we will see where that will go. So that's also going to be probably made in Spine. And I want to make some like popping up things, right? Like for example, like once in a while, like a flame is going to pop up its head and look in, maybe like pointing up with the thing and be, you know, holding like a piece of paper with like subscribe on the thing or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the thing, and I do believe that it's doable, and it's going to help me a lot with learning this. When I finish my programming course, I'm planning to make a website database to share the official apps and sites of anime and games and app stores. There is already a website like this for anime sites. It's the index.moe, the library anime. And it has like anime, manga, novels, like directly for anime usage. And there are like what have ads, what doesn't have ads, what language you decide is showing the anime in. Like for example, there's one that has like, you know, that's like an MVP and showing what websites are, you know, what websites are down or not, like what is their state. Like 1, 2, 3 animes is host is offline, right? So you can see that it's actually the website is down. A lot of people apparently are using this also for reading mangas, so there's already one for them. Not an ad, by the way, because I just, yeah, I don't know why I've talked so much for this, but yeah, it's just, yeah, interesting concept. And well, you know, that's the thing. So I do think like I do have all of stuff, but again, we've picked one project. That one project is going to feed another project. Yeah, but there are a lot of dupes and broken sites. Yes. That's actually true. I believe that it might be genuinely a good move to still like do that. So yeah. So I need to plan out what next what am I supposed to draw next, and I'm thinking like, oh, I can so came back to say GK is gonna be peak this Thursday and gonna possibly break the internet. Okay, bye Ann. bye. But yeah, that's the shtick. And well, what can I say? I think we've got like most of it. Like we figure out what game we're going to go and do from 5 projects that I have, and what's going to feed my portfolio. Of course, my portfolio is going to be fed also with the illustrations that I'm going to make, because operating with pre-made references. This is also a skill to do. Which one? Necronomica. I believe it's going to be the fastest game to make when it comes to like programming wise, because it's just gacha game, so it's going to have some story thing. It's going to be longer to make in graphics wise, especially characters wise, because let's say if I want to, is that the RPG? That's the gacha game. Necronomica is the gacha game. We have Kitsuya project. I still don't have a name for that one, which is the platformer Metroidvania with Mega Man like mechanics, right? And there are 2 RPGs that I have, which of course Wizarding School, because I don't have anything about. I don't have any like, you know, I don't have a name for it yet. And Ypra, which is the game about Davis and generally the story, which I also want to make manga about. And Gems Are Alive, which is going to be a mashup. Yeah, it's going to be a mashup of different gameplays and have a lot of different stories and stuff. So yeah. So the Chronomica is going to be the gacha game. And yeah. I believe it's not going to be really that difficult to do, because first of all, I think I already got like gameplay. I just need to figure out if I want this gameplay or not. So there's going to be a lot of like sitting, planning, figuring out what's going to work and what's not, how to push things further, figuring the style of the game, which is probably going to be my style. It's going to take a long time to finish characters, but I guess when I'm going to finally get it down, I'll be able to make a lot of characters. But also I want to make spine animations, which is also going to take a lot of practice. That's why I feel like graphics-wise, it's going to be the longest game to make, because it's graphics-oriented, right? Gachas are character-based. When the game is down, please. I don't have... I didn't even start on the game yet. I didn't start on the game yet, but I want to... but you're going to see me working on it. So the thing is that I believe I'm going to probably on this Sunday, I'm going to sit down to this project and figure out what graphics I need, at least concept-wise, and figure out this concept. And with that, I'm going to sit down and then with that concept, with all the lists of graphics that I want to do concept art of, I'm going to do them on stream to feed my portfolio. I'm going to make my portfolio and I'm going to attempt to become a concept artist in companies. Yeah. Of course, game, even though it's gacha, it's going to be fully free to play. It's going to be, yeah. It's going to be fully free to play. We'll see how we are going to go for it. Well, I don't know if free to play is a good thing to say, because almost I would want to like sell it on Steam. If the game is going to be finally in the level where, yeah, I would buy it, you know? I could have, the game is good enough to sell. Yeah. That's the thing. I believe it's going to take me a lot of time to actually do it, though. But graphics-wise, it's going to be cool to have. Graphics-wise, it's going to be cool to have. And I think I'm going to like make an entire board for all the conceptual works that I'm going to do, like concepting the gameplay. So like, for example, I'm going to sit down and draw how the UI is going to look like, how the battle UI is going to look like, how the dispatch is going to look like, summoning screen, right? So like how all of these screens are going to look like, just so I could have in my like, because I can't imagine, it's also going to help me to do it, because it's going to be like, hey, actually I can also conceptualize like structure of the game and such, if that makes sense. I think that's also coming in, but most likely it's going to be fully focused on like places and characters, right? Like, oh, okay, we have banner for this character, this is like a UR that we are going to have. Then please make sure one version is on the internet at a time. No dupes, and keep all older versions on a website on the cloud, and make sure you make it for all possible file types. Oh my. We'll see. I don't know. I still have to like really get into that, you know? That's why I want to make game dev streams, but those are going to be probably boring because there's going to be a lot of writing, preparing at the start, you know? Like I want to actually, you know, get into the things you know, a bit more, I guess, professionally, if I may say. When it comes to illustrations, I don't know. Like 32-bit and 64-bit? Yeah. Why not? I'll be trying to at least, but we'll see where that will go. Oh yeah, the entirety of the game is going to be strictly focused around... so the nature of me making that project is going to be actually making my portfolio for trying for the game dev jobs as a concept artist. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of works, like if I can draw the characters in different facial expressions, lighting. Probably I'll have to show some versatile art styles, so you'll see also where that's going to go. For example, Huion as he's uploading his sets, because he's drawing also in sets, right? He's sometimes showing characters that are shaded way differently than his usual anime style, and he's like showing huge variety of things. Of course, he has some like that's Huion style to it, right? But then you scroll down and you have like a character that just looks more realistic, but it still is kind of, you know, it still has some kind of look into it, right? But then he has like fully realistic face, like you can actually see like shaded realistic face, and the clothing is like less realistic, right? That's something that also works. That's something that's also really pretty cool, and I think this is also something I'm going to go for. And I believe at some point we are going to make drawings like this. You know, at some point we're going to do drawings like this too. Like I'm just going to sit down and just draw whatever. Maybe even like for the next streams, because for those who don't know, because they are not on Discord, I do want to invite you to use Discord. There's a schedule where you can actually see the times. I've made the timestamps there, which are changing depending on your local time, so you can actually see at what time for you in your time zone the stream is going to happen, so you don't have to like shoot with like changing the times, because for me it's 7 p.m. CET because I live in Central European time zone. But for you it might be something else, and that's why you can actually sit down, look into the look on the Discord, and you can see the timestamps for yourself. I believe that's going to be a privilege of Discord. Meanwhile, I'm going to work out I want to still work out some kind of scheduling thing. I'm on Discord, yay! So in schedules tab, you can see the streams. So there's like sketching / portfolio works, right? And that's 2 in a row. Then we have a break on Saturday. That's exactly how I want to do this. And this is exactly what I'm talking about, doing many things, mostly also for portfolio. So those 2 streams are going to be like my breather from doing so many whole-life illustrations, for example. Because of course I can understand why, I don't want to become the whole-life based channel. It makes zero sense. I want to do also other things, and those are going to be those other things. I just enjoy drawing their designs because they're just interesting designs. And as you can probably think of, I'm not doing all of the whole-life VTubers because some of them are not giving me much idea or make it more difficult for me to actually figure out what we want to draw. But going in and drawing, let's say, wait, how many of those Huion has? in one thing, because he makes those jobs. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. He made 26 art like pages of different like height, right? But he's just most generally he did 26 pages, canvases, layers, whatever, and he just drew characters on all of them. So you have, and I see that on most of them you have like 2 characters, but sometimes you have 1 character. I guess it depends on his mood or how it was looking like, but also like figuring out this sheer sake that actually he's really focusing his artworks only on the character, which makes the different like width and height of the artwork. That's something that I'm also supposed to include to make that focus. And yeah, like just generally figuring out the just random sketches. This is not only sketches, but just random artworks. He makes fully shaded people, fully shaded characters with very versatile art style variety, because he can draw chibis, he can draw more anime, less anime, realistic, and he's showing this with this and with those artworks. And even though all of his artworks are stylized, they are actually reaching some standards that many companies are going to look at and will make them hire him. This is exactly what I want to go for, and also drawing characters out of random objects or animals. So hippopotamus, and I'm going to draw a character based off of hippopotamus, right? I'm going to look at references, try to figure it out, right? Like thick skin, round, huge mouth, and like I'm going to try to figure out this. And you know, some characters are going to be like, oh, okay, I can totally make it like a character out of it. And some characters are like, he's like, okay, he's a character, but just so it would look like what he wants, what he's basing his characters off of. He's making, for example, the clothing more familiar, let's say, to the coating of the animal, right? So, for example, for the hippopotamus, it's going to be like a character that is going to, kind of have a build of a hippopotamus, but also is going to wear like hippopotamus gray-like skin, right? So you're doing a Picasso. Of all the art knowledge, you have one work can be a surreal portrait of your art skills. That's the thing. I hate Picasso and Cubism and generally modern art that went into splotches and lines. For me, that's not an art. So, and it's not going to be the portfolio worthy. You know what I mean? I need something portfolio worthy, and I need to direct it. So for example, okay, I want to go to this company, let's say I want to hit company that releases games for Bandai. I'm going to draw in anime art style, more anime art style. I want to join Santa Monica. I have to versatile my style towards more realistic characters, and genuinely I need to figure out that side too, right? So I need like more anime portfolio and more realistic portfolio. Making surreal Picasso like portrait is not portfolio worthy. Maybe if I would be trying to go into like, I don't know, art gallery, right? Like I'm going to go to art gallery, Ayo, actually, look at my digital artworks, like print them out and I want you to hang them in your art gallery. And that's that. Maybe that's the real portrait is going to work, but still, you know? I want to focus solely on the portfolio and focus on my project too. Hi Tripler, got over here, how are you doing? How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while, how have you been, buddy? Hi. And actually, also I see that Tuna is thriving also further into drawing characters with animal companions, like the melon girl that he made has a golden retriever companion, right? And you can see actually that, you know, in his style, he's also making animals, which works well. On my water break, let's go. So yeah, I do feel like we have more or less give or take plan. I think I know what I want to do on the next stream, and I believe it's going to be more of like, okay, so I'm going to sit down and I'm going to try to draw that character, but we'll see where that's going to go. Like more something looking stylized but realistic at the same time, like the Picasso of Spider-Verse. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, yeah, like for like Spider-Verse, yeah, sure. Spider-Verse for sure. That's like the thing that we can also go for. But then I would have to. It's going to be more portfolio towards the company that is releasing Spider-Verse and making similar illustrations. You know what I mean? On the other hand, for example, I think Netflix is also creating a lot of stuff, animation-wise, and I believe I could also show some of my works there. But then I would have to like make another portfolio that was going to work for animations too, which is going to be like, if I know the principles, if I can represent characters. So that's where the Disney course that I've made is going to get into. So how are you? Just talking, just chilling. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah. So crazy, cause one guy in its creation. Yeah, I know. The thing is that I'm going to just like try to figure out the like portfolios that I want to do to show off what kind of skills, what kind of things. Mostly I'm going to kind of go into the artist, maybe some animation showing some kind of animation principles with simple animations, and like try to focus around like making my project an actual thing and closing up on my portfolio, you know. I believe that's going to be the best for us, and for me mostly. It's really, I have to say, it's going to be really convoluted to do that. I'd say it's going to be really convoluted to do all of this, because the entire case of that is just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just it. So I guess, I don't know. I believe on the next stream tomorrow we're going to sit down and randomize a character, and we're going to draw, well, we're going to randomize an object or animal or whatever, and we're going to create a character out of this. I really hope there's not going to be nothing crazy. Of course, the sheer ideation is just going to be, well, one way or another. If I'm not going to feel like that, I'm just going to sit down and just draw whatever. Maybe like people, you know, like characters that are not going to be necessarily fantasy, you know what I mean? Like characters that are not going to be fantasy, but like characters dressed like people, but maybe like some demons dressed like some corporats, you know, this kind of thing. So that's the thing. So You know what would be funny? What up, Zaga? What up? It's over, but I'll try to catch you another time. Alrighty, Tripler, take care. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you've joined. A guy dressed in a lemon suit, his name written with cursive, looking like demon. Oh my god. In-game? Yeah. Oh, in-game, yeah. I know what you mean. I think we can do that. Like, imagine dude just like died in his freaking outfit and it's his life now. Oh no, I became a demon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I think we've got a bunch of things now. Also sometimes they summon him mistakenly. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine. So okay, I think we figured out all things already. This is good for us, you know? This is relatively good for us. So tomorrow we can do things. Day after tomorrow, on Saturday we're going to take the break, or we'll see. I think we're going to take the break because I want to do some other stuff. I want to finally record video and post it on Monday. So there's going to be a lot of work because I need to also figure out my editing style, which is going to take way longer than it may. So we'll see, because I'll also have a lot of crap to do. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to sit down and try to write a scenario for myself. I'm still wondering what I want to do. If I want to start DAA, or if I want to go into deep dives, or what I want to record. We'll see. One way or another, I believe we are going to actually have everything done. We're actually going to have everything done, and that's really good. Also, sometimes they sound mistaken. Imagine. There's going to be a lot of work with the game though. The portfolio is going to suck out a lot of stuff from me, but this is why we are going to also make the illustrations of VTubers that we have. So I believe here's how it's going to go. I'm going to make probably a stream where we are going to sketch things. And based off of those sketches, I'm going to slowly work further with the things. Most likely I want to make sketches for the VTuber illustrations. Yes, that is true. This is exactly what I want to do, but I'm going to also do those characters from random objects or animals. I'm going to also make those things for Necronomica. This is like already a lot of things to juggle, right? Which means it's going to slow down a lot of progress. Which means we're going to actually have to figure something out. And I thought that maybe at some point when we are going to stabilize with the Sunday streams, which are going to be days with Devis, which I want to do still, on this Sunday is going to be another attempt. I think we're going to actually do a lot of works on those things. And just so I could, like, I've seen that a lot of people who are drawing the entire day on streams are doing this. They're changing what they are working on. I believe this is actually protecting them from burnout or actually having enough of working on the specific illustration. I believe if I'm going to sit down and actually draw for 8 hours, I might, and let's say, so in this state we have how many streams a week? 5. We have 5 streams a week. One of them is going to be longer. We're going to aim for 8 hours always, right? On Sundays. That gives us 4 streams that are going to be normal length, and that means we'll have to figure out how to pursue things. And I thought that maybe, okay, we're going to genuinely, somewhere in the middle of the week, we're going to sit down and maybe try to finish up the majority of the there are going to be 2 days where we are going to work on the illustrations. And I mean like those VTuber illustrations, right? Then we are going to have 1 stream in a week, which is going to be a break from everything, right? We're just going to sit down and draw whatever. And 1 stream is going to be solely focused around Necronomicon. I believe this is going to be the best way to solve it. And on Sundays, of course, we are going to just do a mishmash of everything. So like just juggling between things. Like, I don't feel like working on that, then I'm going to work on this. You know, we're also on Sundays we're going to play a little, and with a twist where if I'm not going to feel right, if I'm not going to feel good enough to sit down and play, I mean to sit down and draw, I'm going to actually reach for a game, and I'm going to play a game on stream. And this is going to be very healthy, I assume, because I'm going to actually allow my brain to rest, to regenerate from a lot of like overthinking the project and what's this, what's that, etc. And I think that, I guess we are going to mostly try to do this next week, like starting to focus off of that. This week we're introducing the 2 breaks in a week, where Saturday break is just going to be like kind of by the, you know, by the word, right, a break, but we might still stream a game if I feel like it. But yeah, the general concept is that it's supposed to be a break day. Maybe it's going to be my recording day, we'll see. That's something that I also have to do, like, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those are break, and let's say Fridays with game dev. Seems good. Usually on Fridays I have a lot of energy, and I believe that it's going to be necessary. So that means Wednesday is going to be the whatever stream, right? So we're just going to draw things that are not going to be the illustration and illustration making. And Sunday is going to be 8-hour And Sundays are going to be 8-hour long days with Davis. And I believe also on that 8-hour long stream we can sit down, maybe do some talking. I'm going to work on some scenarios, you know. And then I'm going to draw it. It's supposed to be like just a long stream where I'm going to sit down, allow myself to work on things because streaming is helping me to focus. The problem is, surprisingly, I can like play, draw, whatever, and generally work on stuff for 8 hours in a row. It's just I need to focus and allow myself not to procrastinate too much. Like for example, I think like I've chosen the wrong game on this stream. It made me kind of tired. I want to. Here's the thing. We can. I think I'm going to make a poll right now on Discord. Create a poll. What should we play? Lego Batman or Mega Man Battle Network? And what else? What else we can play? Yes. I don't know. I have a lot of games. I have actually a lot of games. In theory, I could try Ghostwire Tokyo again, but I don't feel like it. I've just had my attention on playing this. One Piece Odyssey. Yes, One Piece Odyssey. Let's do this. And third option, One Piece Odyssey is going to. What do we have? Saturday. We have. No. We have Wednesday. Nah, 3 days. Yeah. And that's going to be only one-time use. Hot flames. Feel free to choose. There you go. And that's it. On Discord we are going to have a poll, which is going to generally help you out, help us out picking the game. I have 3 games that I'm going to totally enjoy playing. I love Lego games. I love Mega Man Battle Network. I love Mega Man games. I have no idea why. Even though the normal like Rokuman games, which are the normal Mega Mans that you see as the platformers, are still kind of irritating, but I feel like they are good to me. I feel like they are really good for me. Still, I really like them. But Mega Man Battle Network, that's my jam. That's my jam. I feel like there's supposed to be way more Mega Man Battle Network games. And One Piece Odyssey, I wanted to play it. I've played one other One Piece game, and I feel like playing One Piece Odyssey is going to be something that I want to do, right? So yeah, just playing. So pick on Discord. Hopefully to see your way. So yeah, I think we've established like a lot. Not just need to keep up with everything, with all of my yeah, before like trying to go somewhere. So yeah. So, folks, I think we're going to end the stream. I have to say thank you so much for coming around and being with me. Meanwhile, folks, as always, stay creative and hope to see you all in the next one. Take care and bye bye.